Hi everybody, it's the Soap Man and it's time to make some soap. So today I'm going to be doing a 2-layer in the pot swirl in the slab mold. And I'm going to have some striking, well I shouldn't say striking, just really contrasting colors. So I'm going to have a dark on the bottom and yellow on the top, let's put it that way. So on the bottom I'm going to have Klein Blue from Nurture Handmade, and titanium dioxide will be that white accent. And then the top is going to be yellow, and I have finally found a stable yellow that I like. So I've always used Nurture Soaps or Nurture Handmade's Yellow Vibrance, but when I use Mad Micah's Tennis Ball Breaker, add that to it, it gets a really vibrant, very stable yellow. So finally found a yellow that I like, a combination. And since that is a lighter color, I don't know that white will stand out as an accent, so I'm going to use activated charcoal as the accent. So blue with white accent on the bottom, yellow with black accent on the top. I'm going to fragrance this with a combination of lemon verbena Yankee type from Brambleberry. That's 50%. And 50% electric lemonade cocktail from Brambleberry. They don't make this anymore, did not know that. So this will be the last time I use this combination, sadly. They do still make the lemon verbena Yankee type, so we'll see. But anyway, those are the two fragrances I'm using, a 50% mixture. I'm getting ready to do the heat transfer method, so I will be back in a few minutes when I'm ready to get started. Okay, I'm back and ready to get started on the bottom layer. So this will be our Klein Blue with the white accent. I'm going to go with a couple of teaspoons in this larger container. To bring a couple of the big boys home that I use at church because it's only 2 containers and these aren't big enough to hold it all. So here's our white. And I'll give this a good mix first. This has not been stick blended, it's only been hand stirred. So now it's had a proper stick blending. Let's see. This fragrance combination accelerates a little bit. It's not extreme, which leads me to believe that the Yankee type really accelerates because the electric lemonade cocktail really slows it down. So I'm going to start just by hand stirring and get half of it in. And I'm pretty happy with that just like it is. So let's do our in the pot mix and get this in the mold. And since I'm only going to have 2 layers, these will be nice and deep. I want to let that set up nice and firm so I can give it a good texture. So I'll be back in just a bit. All right, let's work on our yellow now with our black accent. I'm going to put 2 heaping teaspoons of the yellow vibrance. And this always looks good at first, but usually if I use this just by itself, after a couple of days, it has really faded considerably. But putting a strong neon really keeps it nice and vibrant. So let's get this stick blended in. This once again has only been hand stirred. Get our black mixed up. Some fragrance and get this mixed and into the mold. Once again, I like the top just as it is. These few drizzles, once they get cut into individual bars, they won't show, so I'm going to leave the top just like it is. We'll give it a minute to set up, and I'll squirt it with some rubbing alcohol, let it sit 5 minutes, and squirt it again. That usually prevents soda ash. And then I'll be back tomorrow to cut, so I'll see you tomorrow. Well folks, I'm back and the soap is finished, and sadly I deleted the cutting video before I got it uploaded to my computer, so I don't have a cutting video, but this is the end result, what they look like. Not my best, although definitely not my worst. Some of these, like this one, I just had too much accent. There's just too much black in that. I kind of like the concept of what this was supposed to do, and I might try it again, but definitely have less accent. So some of them weren't quite as bad. This one's a little more kind of what I was expecting. But anyway, sorry there was no cut, but this is the end result, and I think that's what we all want to see anyway. So that's what I have for this week, and thanks for watching. And I always mean this, you all stay safe, take good care of yourselves, and be blessed. And I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.